It is 3:50 Eastern Time, and it feels like 98 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. While it will cool off in a few days, there are no signs of the housing market cooling. The S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index shows Phoenix remains the hottest market in the country for the 33rd straight month, as prices were up nearly 33% year to year. Hard to imagine. Caitlin McKeague is an associate broker for HomeSmart. She joins us from Phoenix. Caitlin, nice to see you. 33% in 1 year. Is that sustainable? And what are the biggest factors that led us to this explosion?
Yeah, 33% is really crazy. I don't think it's sustainable. For how long it goes on is really anyone's guess. But COVID really had a big factor in our market here. We've always been a place where people have wanted to relocate to for the weather, for retiring, a lot of different reasons, and affordability being one of those. But now affordability, we're not really on the top of that list any longer. And right after COVID, we just had such a burst of inbound migration. The latest numbers that I've seen has been about 269 people per day moving to the state of Arizona, a lot of those moving to Phoenix. And so we've just had such an increase of interest in this area that this demand and the underbuilding that we were doing before this has really driven our prices up.
I love Phoenix, but who's moving for 98 in April? I'm just saying. What about job creation and the economic environment? Is that a reason for the price increase and for so many people moving there?
Absolutely. We do have a lot of job creation and growth in our area. We've had a lot of companies coming here to put their headquarters. So there's been a lot of that reason as well. A lot of different factors, and you can hate on us for the weather now, in the summer, but in the fall and the spring and even winter, we have some really great weather. It's always been a seasonal place for people. So we got a lot of second home buyers or, snowbirds and that kind of thing as well.
I kid. I love Phoenix. I have been told of people paying list price for properties they have not even seen. Do you have any anecdotes about some of the extreme measures people are going to get their offer accepted?
Yes, definitely list price for properties they haven't seen and above list price for sure. We joke that list price is kind of the starting bid these days. You don't really get much for under list price anymore. And people are doing a lot of different things to get their offers accepted. First of all, waiving, any contingency that they're comfortable with in the contract. That's kind of the bottom line there. But beyond that, creating incentives for the seller to offer or accept their offer on the same day, whether they're paying their closing costs or adding some additional money to the purchase price. I've had one buyer offer their sports memorabilia to the seller if their offer was accepted. And, people are getting creative with whatever they can do to get the seller's attention.
Not giving up my sports memorabilia. All right, inventory very, very low, as it is in many of the hot markets around the country. How much of that was caused by investors buying up massive amounts of properties? And is there any signs of the inventory shortage letting up?
Yeah, so we've had an inventory shortage here before COVID. We've been underbuilding since the financial crisis because we kind of overbuilt here leading up to that. And so since then, we've underbuilt for our population, which really got us into a bottleneck when COVID started. And so, the increase in demand set us back even further. And a lot of the investors buying up properties as well. We've seen an increase in investors purchasing in our market too. And so all of those things have really affected our inventory. The most recent change that I've seen, however, is interest rates, I think, are starting to take an effect on the demand. And so our inventory has creeped up ever so slightly. Probably not anything you notice as a home buyer, but over time, we may start to see a bit of relief. Regardless, I think we have a long way to go to ever get to a balanced market with enough inventory for the buyers that we have right now.
And finally, what about the rental market?
Yeah, rental market is interesting. So in the last 3 months, we've started to see an increase in rentals coming to the market and actually rents stabilizing. So, it's good news for renters because they've really been priced out and keep getting rent hikes, and it's been very challenging for them. And so we've started to see a lot more inventory on the rental side. So that may change a bit. I don't know. We're kind of at this very turning point at the moment that just started to show its face in the last week or two. So I'm not quite sure where we're headed.
An uncertain future. Okay, Caitlin McKeague is a HomeSmart associate broker in Phoenix. Good to see you. Thank you.